So you probably know I've been teaching card tricks on my YouTube channel for a few years now. And out of all the tricks I taught, there's a very small percentage of them that I actually use in my own performance arsenal. So today, I'm going to be teaching you one of those tricks. What's going on, guys? CardMechanic here, and my god, do I have one of the best card tricks to teach you today. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's do it. Okay, everybody, welcome to the tutorial. If you guys have not yet checked out the performance, I think it's very entertaining. I'll put the link on the screen and description, although I am a little biased towards it since I made it. But I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Now, just a little bit of background on this effect. This is known as the magic number trick by Jack Miller. And it's such a powerful effect because the spectator completely has a free choice of everything that they're doing. They can select any 4-digit number that they want. They pick out the 4 corresponding cards. They select one of those corresponding cards. And you're able to accurately predict with 100% accuracy what that selected card is. And that's incredible. I think this is just such a powerful effect. So let's break it down. For this tutorial, I'm just going to be following the exact same steps I did in my performance video and breaking it down that way and doing the reveal. This way, it's a lot easier to follow. So we start off having a spectator select a 4-digit number. So for example, in the performance, I picked 9. No, I didn't. What did I pick? So the number I picked was 1,950. All right. So the first thing you tell the spectator, go ahead, select that 4-digit number, and then add up all of those digits. So you do 1 plus 9 plus 5 plus 0, and that adds up to 15. You tell the spectator to subtract 15 from the original 1950. They end up with 1935. The next step you want them to do is to go ahead, go through the deck, and pick out cards that correspond to those numbers. So 1935, they pick an ace, a 9, a 3, and a 5. So they go ahead and do that. And you also want to ensure that you tell them that they're all different suits. That's going to be really key later on. So let's use ace as a 1 here. We'll use this as the 3. Use this. Nope, we can't use that as a 5. We'll use this. Come on, where's those? We'll use this as a 9. And now we need the 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts. There we go. All right, so they picked out 1, 9, 3, 5. Right? Again, we got here by doing 1950 minus 15. Now, one thing to quickly note is that if their final 4-digit number happens to have a 0 in it, obviously we don't have any 0 value card. So you could have them pick out any other, like for example, if you want to have them pick out a 10, a queen, jack. What Jack Miller actually recommends is to pick out the queen just because it's close to resembling a 0. So that's just one thing I want to add right there. Now, at this point, when the spectator has these 4 cards in their hand, you truly have no clue what number they picked. You have no idea what these 4 cards are. But you will in a second, because now you'll tell them to go ahead and select any one of those 4 cards that they picked out. So for example, let's just say they picked out the ace of spades, okay? So they take this, they put this card in their pocket, right? So let's just say that's the pocket's over there. That's the pocket for some reason. Okay, and then you tell them to hand you the other card. So as they're putting that card away, you want them to hand you these 3 cards. Now from here, there's 2 ways that you can actually approach this. There's one way that's taught, and then there's one way that I actually prefer doing that I just thought would be a cooler way to do it. So I'll teach you the way that it's taught, and then I'll add on my own idea at the end just to make life easier for everyone. Now, this is the part of the tutorial where you really have to pay attention, because as soon as you're handed these 3 cards, you're going to want to add up the value of all these 3 cards. So you do 9 plus 3 plus 5. Okay, so that gives you the value of 17. Okay, so 9 plus 3 plus 5 is 17. And now there are 3 numbers you also have to memorize. The first number is 18, the second number is 27, and the third number is 36. Okay, so now we ended up with the value of 17. You're going to see the total sum you come up with here. In our case, it's 17. You want to see what number it's closest to. Is it closest to 18? Is it closest to 27? Or is it closest to 36? In our case, it's closest to the number 18. So what you want to do is you want to subtract those 2 numbers. So we have 18. You want to do 18 minus 17, right? Because 17 is closest to 18. So you do 18 minus 17. That leaves you with 1. That means the value of the spectator's card is 1, right? That's pretty cool. So you know the value of the spectator's card is going to be an ace. And now, since you did tell them you have to pick all separate suits, you know, clubs is there, diamonds is there, hearts is there. That means the only card they could have possibly picked was a spade. So now you know the value of the card, you know the suit of the card, you tell them take the card out of your pocket, whatever it is. The card you selected was the Ace of Spades. Now, just doing this, I think it's a very powerful effect, but let me tell you the idea that I had that I think would make the performance even better, right? Now, this would require marked cards, so it would still work, the trick would still work in the same way, except now, instead of having to look at what cards the other cards the spectator selected, you can literally just tell the spectator to just put the cards down on the table face down or face down in your hand. This way, you don't even have to look at the faces of the cards. So the spectator is not thinking, okay, you look at these numbers, now you're calculating something. Although most people won't do that anyway, there's no shot that the spectator would guess anything's wrong because they put the cards in your hand. You read the markings on the back of the card, do the same math you did earlier, come up with the Ace of Spades, and their mind is blown even more. So as powerful as this effect is, I think just doing it with a marked deck and just getting really, really quick with all the math, you're just going to blow people's minds. And this actually seems impossible, like impossible. And now I just want to wrap up by saying that this actually might become my #1 impromptu card trick just because of how insanely impossible it seems. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, then make sure to go check out that one because although that may not be as good as this one, it's still pretty great. So I'll see you there. Peace out.